Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video is brought to us by patron supporter Black Dragon. When I asked what commander he wanted to build a deck around, he told me he's actually got 9 projects he's working on. Black Dragon gave me a list of all the commanders, and I decided to go with the one that was giving him the most trouble, Ramos Dragon Engine. Before we get started, I'd like to quickly ask you to like and subscribe. YouTube tells me that only about 15% of people who watch my videos are subscribed. So please, if you're not subscribed, consider doing so. It really does help the channel, and it's free. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. Ramos Dragon Engine is a 6-mana 4/4 legendary artifact dragon with flying. Additionally, whenever we cast a spell, we put a +1/+1 counter on it for each of that spell's colors. Additionally, if we remove 5 of the +1/+1 counters from Ramos, we can add double Wooburg to our mana pool. But we can only do that once per turn. So Black Dragon specifically wanted to go with a counters theme. Additionally, he told me that he didn't want any shocks, triomes, or fetches in the deck, but other than that, there was no real budget. I sent him my initial draft of the deck, and he had several suggestions that he wanted to see included. We went back and forth for a while and finally settled on a deck that he was happy with. But before we get to our deck list, we should keep in mind our checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Arcane Sanctum, Crumbling Necropolis, Savage Lands, Jungle Shrine, Seaside Citadel, Sand Step Citadel, Mystic Monastery, Opulent Palace, Nomad Outpost, Frontier Bivouac, Idyllic Beachfront, Sacred Peaks, Contaminated Aquifer, Haunted Mire, Wooded Ridgeline, Molten Tributary, Sunlit Marsh, Geothermal Bog, Radiant Grove, Tangled Islet, Reliquary Tower, 3 plains, 3 islands, 1 swamp, 1 mountain, and 6 forests make up our land base. Soul Ring, Decanter of Endless Water, Chromatic Lantern, and the Great Henge make up our mana rocks. Farseek, 3 Visits, Fertilid, and Dryad of the Elysian Grove for land ramp, Incubation Druid, Fabro Elder, Selvala Heart of the Wilds, and Crystalline Crawler as mana dorks, and Animar Soul of the Elements for cost reduction. Hydroid Crisis, Temur Ascendancy, Inspiring Call, Falcospara Pact Weaver, Soul Diviner, Zamek Guildmage, Garruk's Uprising, and Toothy Imaginary Friend make up our card advantage package, with Eladamri's Call for tutoring, and Marchesa the Black Rose for recursion. Abzan Charm, Jund Charm, Boros Charm, Dovin's Veto, Assassin's Trophy, Steelbane Hydra, Reinterpret, Retribution of the Ancients, Rhythm of the Wild, and Collective Effort all help to slow our opponents down or get rid of annoyances. Farewell and Damning Verdict help to clear the board. Felisa Fang of Silverquill, Krenko 10-Streak Kingpin, and Chasm Skulker all generate a board full of creatures eager to have counters put on them, while Colonian Hydra can quickly grow to the point that it can kill a player. And the Ozolith is key to any plan involving creatures with counters on them. But how are we going to put counters on all of our creatures? Rayhan, Last of the Abzan, Simic Ascendancy, Master Biomancer, Forgotten Ancient, Mael's Aria, Macias the Lunarch, Good Fortune Unicorn, Cathar's Crusade, Felidar Retreat, and Denry Klin, Editor-in-Chief, all help to make sure that our creatures get counters. But we can do better, right? Corpsejack Menace, Hardened Scales, Branching Evolution, Pure Imaginative Rascal, Vorinclex Monstrous Raider, and Doubling Season all work well to increase the number of counters. But how can we ensure our creatures aren't chump blocked by a wall of 1/1 tokens? Gnarlid Colony, Abzan Falconer, Herald of Secret Streams, and Bramblewood Paragon each ensure our creatures, after they've been buffed, are harder to block, while Plaxcaster Frogling helps to protect them. So now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 50 mana sources split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp. Right on target. 10 pieces of card advantage, 10 pieces of interaction, 2 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, no sudden I win cards other than a board wipe that should leave all of our creatures intact. This deck has a ton of synergy and our creatures will quickly grow out of control. We looked at adding cards like Atraxa Praetor's Voice or Gave Giro of Spores, but Gave only gives counters to a single creature, and Atraxa only increases counters if there are counters on the creature in the first place. Ixava, Rakdos Bloodwitch, almost made the cut, but we decided to focus on giving our creatures avoidance rather than haste. Conclave Mentor and Lae'zel, Vlaakith's Champion, both only give 1 additional counter, and we wanted exponential growth rather than just a +1. All in all, Black Dragon is very happy with this deck, and I'm excited to hear from him how the deck worked out. Do you have a Ramos Dragon Engine deck? What theme did you go with? What about a +1/+1 counters deck? Who's your commander? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, there's a link to her Fiverr page below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. One of the tiers is specifically set up for Commander. For only $25, I will build you a custom Commander deck based around your specifications, and even do a deck video on it. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons, Jiraiya, Waffles, Muffins, Casey, Nick, Marcus, Black Dragon, Phoenix of Ice, Daniel, Kyo, and Squishy. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander deck videos often, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Also, if you're a fan of anime and manga like I am, feel free to check out my other channel, Musings by Danon. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.